This is always exciting to me when I get to have a conversation with an old friend.
I know. Oh my gosh, Old Friends. It's a song on my
I
record.
know.
Wow. Love it.
I mean,
Song plug.
song plug,
You know.
California.
Cowgirl.
Love it.
Thanks.
out.
Texas Cowgirl.
Texas Cowgirl.
It's you.
But you're a real
It's your girl.
cowgirl because you were like picking corn and stuff.
Yeah, my dad, growing up.
This is Annie
He's a
Bosko,
farmer.
everyone,
I'm
by
Annie
the way.
Bosko. Hey,
Annie
everybody,
Bosko's
how
here
are
on
you?
Get Real today.
I'm here. Yeah, we're going to get real.
I know you so well. I know you as Anne Marie, but I'm going to be calling you Annie
Girl,
today.
No, you call me Anne Marie. I don't care.
No, it's Annie
Shania's,
Bosko.
Shania's band calls her Eileen.
Yeah, because her name is Eileen.
Yeah,
Right.
and
yeah.
I don't get when artists. I have friends who have made the artist name change, and they're like, "Oh no,
Like
it's,
Maggie Rose. I knew her as
it's-
Margaret Durante.
it's blah 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 now," and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, like you can call me by my name. I don't care what. And growing up, half my family called me Annie, the other half was Anne Marie. My dad called me Anne, so it was a mixed bag. But if you went home to like a Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'm Annie to like 80% of my family. But then 20 was still Anne Marie, so like either one's not weird to me. Basically, I'm used to both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you do whatever you want, girl. You do you.
I love that. When did you switch to Annie Bosco?
Actually, it's a funny story. I saw Desmond Child last night, and he was the
I
one.
love Desmond.
Yeah, you
he's
should
like
dude, you should
legend.
have him on.
I should have him on. He was like Bon Jovi. What other? He's
By
like
the way, you have fantastic skin.
I just did a laser and peeled off my entire face.
Well, it worked.
Well, I also have you see little bumps. There's
Did you
little
do Clear and Brilliant or Fraxel? What'd you do?
It was Fraxel.
Oh, it's good.
Holy shit.
It looks beautiful though.
Well, I'm going to give a plug to Dr. Olivia Madan at Beyond Skincare.
Mhm.
Gabby was there. She's my intern right now. Hey, Gabby. And Maddie's here too. Maddie saw me on my first laser facial. Gabby saw me on my second one. Did not know what it was, but very glad I did it. But it was like peeling off the whole face. This is like one of the first days I
Well,
can
it worked.
be seen. Thanks.
Yeah, so whatever it did, I'm
I had
going
a
to do it
spiritual
too.
experience.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was going to sign up to do Clear and Brilliant, but now I want to talk about your Fraxel experience because there's so many lasers, it's hard to know. I have melasma,
I had
so
melasma.
I'm nervous. Okay, so you can only do certain ones, right? With melasma?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
'cause it's
You
like
can?
heat induced.
Oh, that's what
Mhm.
melasma is? Heat induced?
Heat and sun
Oh.
heat and sun induced.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to be
Nice.
careful.
Yeah, but then also like you gotta live your life.
You do, and just live on the edge.
Yeah.
A couple spots won't kill you.
You know, I've done a full clean out and inventory of my whole life. Like I'm 42 years old and I have done so much like cleaning out of my old baggage. That's what I was telling your publicist, Abby. It's good to cut your hair because you just got to cut off the past sometimes and like start fresh.
Yeah, you do.
And get rid of all that old energy stored. But like, I feel like now I have done so much like inventory on myself and like clearing out my childhood traumas and
Cool.
and stored issues
Nice.
that
That's great.
because it was weighing me down. And like every decade, I'm like, I can't carry my former decade into my next decade.
Wow.
You know, like
That's deep.
well, because otherwise it just gets heavy. And by the time you're like 40, you collect a lot of baggage that's just weighing you down, you know?
Totally.
And so,
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so easy to like just stay the status quo, right? And it's easier, really, at first.
but it's not.
later on, it's not because then you pay the price later when you don't do
It's
the
like,
work.
where do you want your hard? Do you want to just deal with the hard right away? Or do you want the hard to creep up with you and build up? over time?
100%. 100%. So good for you for doing that.
But the laser facial,
Oh, yeah. It's
I
another
felt
way.
like it peeled off like 10 years of my life. And like,
Well, you look the same.
but like,
You literally look the
but
same.
figuratively too, it's like because it was lasering things off, and like it's been such a hard
Mhm.
past like 10 years for me and Michael, and like just our journey with like so many things,
Mhm.
and like from fertility and career
Yeah,
and just
of
like
course.
life and having a kid, and it's just like it's just been his dad died,
Mhm.
gave up alcohol, just like so many things we've like looked at and addressed and dealt with, and had
Mhm.
to like get through, but it's
That's awesome, though,
I
that
feel
you guys
like-
have done the work together and you've been through it together. Because that's
yes,
what builds strong partnerships is going through those highs and lows together.
I really have come to the term, and I've seen this all over the place, like a marriage or like a long relationship, it is about compatibility, but it's also about like who's willing to do the work. You know, if you're with someone who won't do the work, you're going to stall out somewhere. Like, because it's going to get so hard. And it's like, if you can't deal with the monster in the closet and like get to the root of it and like clean out your closet, then like your house is just you're gonna be a hoarder with all these like stored emotions and energies and
100%. You'll just stay in the same cycle that you've always been in.
And then you wonder why things keep happening.
Yep.
But so peeling off my face, I felt like I like got rid of these past like 5 years, like the heaviness too.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to do it because I was literally waiting. I'm like, okay, once I get like done with all my like on camera things and all my like appearance stuff, holidays, usually it's a great like downtime opportunity. So I had the date booked where I'm like, okay, here's where you can have like 5 days where you don't have to do anything.
Yeah. You need a solid, give yourself a week.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited. I'm stoked.
It's fun though. And I love just the evolution of life. It is such a journey. And you have been on this journey because I've known you since Nashville was a different Nashville.
I know. The old Nashville. Was it like you were over by not 12th Avenue South? It was like Greenish Hills between 12th. I remember going to where you used
Taylor
to
Drive.
live. Yeah. And I'd go over there. We wrote songs. We listened to songs.
We wrote one of my favorite songs. Something about stealing angels or
yeah.
God, we wrote it with Jen and Taylor maybe, and it was like because we were called Stealing Angels, and I forgot what it was called. But you're a great songwriter.
Oh, you're a great songwriter.
No, I'm actually
and that was
not,
like another. It was another life, and I think sometimes I miss the old Nashville. I love everything that it's become, but there was something so special about, honestly, the relationships back then that I don't feel I have anymore now in the music industry.
Because they're gone.
Yeah, like it used to be like you'd go hang out at like Red Door or wherever and you'd be with like all your friends and it was a community, you know, like Taco Mamacita or like whatever.
My gosh.
You know what I mean?
Red Door. I mean, I think Red Door still might be happening.
Probably, but the community's not
different.
The same.
It's different. It just literally it evaporated. And
it did.
I feel like after COVID, when COVID hit, is that a wasp just flying circles around in here?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's that season. This is a ladybug. The ladybugs have now like left and now we're about to enter the wasp season. It's always this time of year. It's always ladybugs and then wasps.
They don't die in the cold. We've had wasps all summer.
Oh.
Are y'all scared?
No.
Yeah, let's open it and see if we can get that guy out of here. Please don't get stung. I've gotten a lot of stings lately. It's in the be free. Okay, wait. I'm gonna pause it. Hold on. Okay, we're back. The wasp is out. Yeah, but we've had them all summer too. Wasps, they're just everywhere.
It's a circle of life.
But Nashville is a different place because I feel like right when COVID, there was like this whole group of people who were like, even like with award shows and things, and just like it was just like it's kind of like a group.
Yeah.
Of people that you always saw that were kind of always in the industry. And now.
And there was a community.
But now it's just expanded so big to like the internet, you know? It's like, because the community is really people's social media accounts.
It's like DMs.
Now. Yeah.
DMs
it's not
are
like,
our community.
Because now people don't gather in that way anymore. They just connect online. And I'm like,
agree.
I'm officially old. I don't want to keep up with
even in like the co-writing sense. Like I used to be like all like collaborative. Like
what is it now?
It still exists, but it's like these little pockets. You know what I mean? Like the collaboration is not, I don't feel like it's the same. Yeah, I miss the old Nashville. I was just telling someone this the other day. I'm like, I used to literally drive up, park behind Robert's Western Wear, like go in and
on
you would
Broadway?
you would see like Kings of Leon and like,
yes.
you know, Blake Shelton, or like whatever. Like you'd see like all these country artists, rock artists, and you'd go to Broadway and see them there. You don't see artists on Broadway now, like hanging out on Broadway. No, it's like Las Vegas, but worse. I was in Las Vegas last weekend. I'm like, this is better than Broadway, actually. Like, I don't know. I actually liked it more. I was like, I think I like this. Like, what Broadway's become is just so...
Well, it's just bridesmaids. Or is that what it is? Or wedding parties and things?
It is. Yeah. Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. I don't leave my house. That's another thing. Like, I have had to rewire my nervous system because, like, being in the music industry for so long.
I know.
Well, I just was constantly stressed. I always had a knot in my stomach. I was such a people pleaser and I didn't realize it. I was always trying to keep up, trying to stay in the loop, trying to, like, just, like, enjoying it. But, like, never relaxed. I've never had a sense of being calm. And it has taken me so long to...
I think that's everyone, though. I don't know how you stay in this game. And I think that's part of it. Like, I don't know that you can exist in that and always stay in that space just because of, like, how unpredictable it is. And it is for everyone. Even when you're, like, mega successful, it's still unpredictable. You know, it's not... If you want a predictable career, you don't choose entertainment. You
I
don't.
feel like that's why not everyone is built for it.
Oh, 100%.
And you get weeded out quickly
if
you can't withstand it, because it's not, even if you do like become viral or now viral, you know, it used to be like American Idol. If you win American Idol, you know, but now even if you do become like a viral sensation, you still have to like then maintain this level of keeping music coming out, doing all, it's so much upkeep to keep that level.
And you're a content creator.
Yes.
Like, you're not just an artist. You're like, that's like your main job now, is you're a content creator before being a great artist.
How has that been for you? How do you feel about the content creation versus just being a great artist? Because like, you're right, it is such a huge part of the game now. Like, you have to be both. You can't just be a great artist. You have to have the content.
I think I have a love-hate relationship with it, because all phases where I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, that's good.
And then I'm seeing like the validity through the reaction, like, oh, it's doing well. And then other times I'll put so much effort into content of like promoting a song and creating this beautiful video that was shot in 4K and whatever, and like no one gives a shit. You know what I mean? And then like I post a video of like my sister going on stage dancing behind Riley Green, and it goes viral.
But I actually saw that one, and I watched it like 4 times because your sister was so funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
She was like drunk on stage behind Riley Green.
Totally, 100%. Like,
but she was like cool to get escorted off too. She's like, whatever.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and it's like, so it's like that kind of stuff where you're like, okay, that's what people want.
They want to see the real life snapshots.
But then how do I transfer that into like my streams of my music, which is like, you have to like the marriage of figuring out, like, you got to get them. I mean, it was like Lainey's butt that went viral initially, right? With Yellowstone, and then on like TikTok, her butt went viral.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, which then led to like the music listening. So it's like, hey, and she said, look, like Dolly said it best, like whatever it's going to take for people to get to my music.
Yeah.
Great.
Totally.
If it brings them to my music, but then it's like, you got to figure out how to get them to the music. I know. It's a whole thing. I go through love-hate relationship. We have a love-hate. It's off and on. Me and social media. You know, I'll be so into it, and there'll be days where I'm like, I'd rather die than post something today. You know? I don't know if you ever feel that.
Oh, yeah. I just quit all the time.
Okay,
but I've just decided I don't care anymore. Because I've just decided I don't care about anything anymore. Like,
other
I literally
than your child and like what
other
really
than
matters.
my child. Yeah, like I just decided I don't care. I mean, I love this podcast more than anything. It's so fun, but I also just don't care about it. I'm like, literally, like, if it just for whatever reason dries up and goes away, I'm not gonna go like hunt it down.
But that's also what's gonna make it successful. You know what I mean?
Well, I used to care so much, and I just can't care anymore. I've cared for so long.
I know.
And now I'm literally like, here
but
it is.
Don't you find that, and I find this with everything in the universe, when you stop caring, it's like that's when stuff happens.
Yeah, because you don't care.
Yeah. And then you're trying so hard, and you're like pushing this, you know, rock up a mountain, like it just doesn't work. And then once you're like, screw it, whatever happens to the rock, it's like then all of a sudden all this stuff happens, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll keep going. You know what I mean? It's like a push pull, but it is definitely energy.
Well, all the payoffs of it working, I don't care about it either anymore. Besides, I would like to make just tons of money.
Of course.
That's the one payoff I'm like here for.
Yes.
But every other payoff, I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't care if people know me. I don't care if I'm famous. I actually don't want to be. I don't want to be in big groups of people. Like, I don't want people looking at me. I don't want to have people dissecting my life. I don't want any of it. And so the only things I do want are just to have a great conversation.
Right. And to be able to like fly private sometimes.
Yeah. Money.
I get it.
The money part. Yeah. I'm here for all the dollars.
Yeah, totally. Like the wardrobe.
Yes.
Clothing,
and a stylist. I was just telling these 2 young things in here, Maddie and Gabby, they're both in their 20s. I have gone through 4 major overhauls of fashion styles now at 42 years old. And it is so unfair. Like literally in my teens, we were in one style. So I was like all in, you know, I don't even know what that was back in the day, but just like
Frankie B's.
Yeah.
Was a thing, and like wife beaters.
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Oh my gosh. And like,
it's coming back. Crimped hair.
But then like,
that was a thing.
20s were another whole overhaul of style. And then my 30s. So this is now my 4th time.
Oh my God.
I just got these freaking barrel jeans. What the F are barrel jeans? I mean, these were the mom jeans everyone made fun of 20 years ago.
I'm going back to low riders.
I saw you in low riders and I was like, Annie Bosko is in low riders.
I'm going back.
Britney Spears, the 90s with the thong.
I am.
You got your thong hanging out a little bit? Is that
I'm going
back?
to. No, but I've decided I'm gonna.
You got the body for it.
I'm gonna do whatever. I'm in a phase of like I want to do whatever is not popular.
Bring your thong out.
I will.
You know when Britney used to do the low riders with the
it's hot.
You could totally do that.
I will.
You should.
I will. I'm actually and I've been creating outfits too, which is fun. Like I just played Planet Hollywood, and they redid it. And actually the first time I went was Brittany's residency. And then the second time I went was Shania's residency. And then I got to play on Saturday night, which was very surreal. And I did build my own outfit, and it did involve low cut pants. Cause I'm going low cut cause no one else is.
Well, and let me tell you something else. Like, I am here for all bodies, all shapes, all sizes.
Yes.
But like, you actually have that body that can do a low ride and show your full midriff and do a thong. So why would you not?
Yeah, I want to from now on.
Why would you not? From now on.
Yeah, I almost want to do it just to piss people off. I'm about to go through a rebellion phase now.
I think you should.
I feel like I'm ready to rebel.
Give everyone the middle fingers. What do you want to rebel against? I mean, are you just pissed?
Yeah,
because
I am.
You're so good. You're just like, I'm so much better than all these other people out there who are doing music, and I'm just pissed because why have I not gone to the stratospheric level yet? And you've been consistently great for so long.
You're
and I'm not
sweet.
saying you haven't had
Thank
success, because you have, but the success that you're
it has. Let's be honest.
What did you just say?
Marginal. What? I'm being honest.
I love you so much.
I'm self-aware.
But here's the thing.
I am self-aware.
But you have to be so pissed because you know you're not marginal. You are the full package.
Caroline, I think the sad thing is in my mind, I equate not being good enough to where I'm at. So I actually don't feel that way. Like what you're saying, people will tell me that. They're like, you're just so good. Oh my God, I just don't understand. But I don't see it that way because I view myself, I validate myself based off of what the numbers or the metrics or the whatever tell me. And I know that it's not, deep down, I know that's not true, but that I don't view myself. I should. And maybe that's the approach in talking to you now that I need to take. Is I'm so pissed off because I'm so much better than these dumb shits that don't even know. Maybe that's what I should do now is just have that mindset. I don't feel that way, but maybe I should.
Well, here's the thing. You energetically need to get there because you don't attract what you present. You attract what you think you are. So and
that's been my lifelong struggle.
Same with me. That's why I've done deep therapy these past 10 years is to actually believe that I'm worthy. I hired a life coach. I've done I
have a life coach too. Game changing.
I've done so many things to get to the point of why I didn't feel worthy.
I have microdose, but I haven't done the journeys.
Oh, you should do a journey if you get a guide and you really want to
get deep,
through your stuff.
Get in there.
But I finally have realized that now that's why I don't care anymore, because all the things I was caring about was things that I was trying to prove that I was worthy,
and they weren't even fulfilling your.
No,
they weren't even filling your bucket. Because someone told me this recently, and I thought wow, it really stuck with me. The music industry will never love you back. It doesn't matter how many number ones you have. It doesn't matter if you're on the private jet, you're headlining the festivals, the tours, this, that. It will never love you back.
No. And
you will always love it more than it's ever going to love you. So that's where you get your validation and your self-worth. Good luck. Because it's never going to do it. That's why you see these artists all the time now are checking themselves into on-site and these mental health facilities because we put so much validation in these things that don't even give us true happiness and fulfillment.
And then you just get thrown away.
And you're just empty at the end of the day. If you don't have the other things that really fill you up. Yeah. And you're right. And it will at the end of the day, just, at some point in time, right? You're just next, right? You're out, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think that it is such a, I think if you can survive the music industry and you keep growing during the whole process, you will become awakened in a way that you wouldn't have otherwise, because it puts you through so much hell.
It does.
It
really does.
It really tests to see what you're made of.
I agree. I think, especially mentally. And because look at everything you've been through. Look at everything your husband's been through. I feel like we were all in the struggle together. I remember Bill being my roommate with Amanda,
which is so crazy because Bill and Amanda are here right now. We're still all hanging out,
and we lived in the old. This is where
that was a great house.
This is where Nashville was magic. We lived in the old Kings of Leon home. So their upright piano was there. It was so sweet. Love notes. I actually saved the love notes and I got them to one of the members. I was like, these were love notes you wrote your wife at the time who wasn't your wife.
Were they in the piano?
Yes. Yeah, and I found them, and I was like,
did any of them become songs that they put on
Probably.
their album? Probably.
Whoa, but your sex is on fire. It was the note was your sex is on fire. And I was like,
wow,
that's deep.
This is where it
really
happened
deep.
in this house.
Yeah. No, but I think like back to those, and like we'd have those little barbecues like out
I
back,
know.
and we didn't have anything. We like didn't have shit.
And it was such a crew. We all
had
just
nothing,
like clung together.
and we were like struggling. But it was so beautiful because we're like all struggling together and helping and trying to help each other make it.
And we all
You
like,
know?
yeah, there was such a crew of us that like stuck together. And that's
I
what that
agree.
old Nashville was. And like,
know.
there were different crews, but like
Yeah.
everybody had their little like crew that you were coming up with and that you were struggling with and that you were
Yeah.
trying to make it. And like,
Yeah,
everyone like supported each other and like
Yes.
kind of like, I know it was a magical time.
it really was.
It was really hard. I've always thought every season I've in has been the hardest season of my life. But like looking back now,
Wow, that's so deep.
I think that
Very deep.
because when I was in my 20s, I thought that was the hardest time of my life because
Right,
I
of
just wanted to
course.
be someone. I wanted to make something. I didn't know what to do. Like you feel this timeline, this pressure, all these things.
Oh my God, right? You're like, I'm so old. And now
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're
oh
like
my God, I'd do
24.
anything to go back. God. I'm like, if I only knew what old was then. And
I
now,
know.
And now people look at me and they're like, but you're just so young. And I'm like, oh, is that how I'm really going to feel one day? Like, wow, when I really was that, we were going to look back, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think now I'm just at this place where I've gone through so many metamorphoses and so many experiences of the music industry that I'm just like, whatever. But I did all this work on myself because I finally was like, Sunny, I told you this upstairs. Sunny changed my life. I had Sunny and I realized that I was her example of a female and that every single thing that I did, she was copying me.
Oh, that is so deep.
And I was like, if I don't have self-worth, how on earth am I going to teach her to have self-worth? You know, if I can't like look in the mirror and just absolutely be so proud and love who I am just for being me with nothing else on me. So like, that's when I got my life coach. I did those journeys. I cut off all my hair. I dyed it dark. I stopped getting Botox. I stopped getting lashes. I stopped putting any makeup on. Like I just literally was like, who am I? And like, why can't I just love myself? You know, like why can't I just love myself for me? And who even am I? I put all these layers on for so long. I don't even know who they are. So I've just been taking off layers for years.
Wow.
And it started with Sunny because I was like, I'm not going to I'm not going to be the example for her and not be worthy.
I love that.
That was my biggest issue my whole life is I've never felt worthy.
Wow.
But so many women feel that way. And it's just because of all the conditioning.
Yeah, but how about these bitches that just walk in the room and they're not even like anything special and they're like, I am the shit.
Because
I'm like, what juice? Well, how did you get like that? Like
Because
you don't even deserve to be like that, but you, how do I get that?
Because you know why? They don't have all the layers put on them for whatever reason, or they had somebody in their life that told them not.
That was like, hey, it's okay to be you, and you're
told
you.
them not to carry weight that doesn't belong to them. Somebody told them. Somebody taught them that. I was never taught because like my mom didn't know that. You know, she didn't know not to carry burdens that weren't hers. She carried so many burdens that weren't hers. You know, like 'cause she carried her family's burdens.
It's also a generational thing.
Yeah, and my parents are the greatest people ever, but my mom didn't teach me not to carry burdens that weren't mine because she didn't know. She knows now, and we talk about it now, and we've healed a lot together.
Course, yeah.
But like, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to people please every person I met to make them love me. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to shape shift to become like somebody that was lovable.
Right.
I didn't know how to be loved as myself.
Yeah.
So I think this younger generation, they're a little bit more aware of that, you know?
Totally.
Like they have a little bit more tools. They've like been exposed to mental health more than we were. Like our generation is kind of like the first one who's like
Totally
exposed to mental health. Like we're the first ones to start working on ourselves that way.
Yeah, where it was even a conversation of like,
Because our parents
I remember
didn't
when
do
I got
it.
a life coach and my family was like, what? And I was like 16. I'm like, yeah, I have a life coach. And they're like,
How'd you decide you needed a life coach?
I just felt like I needed help.
Yeah, because we all do.
Yeah, I met
And
this
like our
woman.
parents didn't know, even though I saw your post about your parents, how they've been married for so many years, they're
Yeah,
the best.
they
But
are
I'm
the
sure
best.
they didn't have the tools that we had because it wasn't available,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And like having deep conversations about
didn't.
feelings and who we are and what we're struggling with, like nobody had time for that.
No, it was just like you just like picked up and kept going.
Yeah.
You know?
And you tuck it all in, you store it.
Yeah, which I don't know. At times I'm like, is that just better? To,
No.
Like, not be
No. No.
No.
No.
I'm like, am I like too deep? But again,
No.
everyone's different. I think that's what makes artists.
Totally. And then you write about
you
your
doing
pain.
this, like what you're doing is still a form of art.
Oh yeah.
And it's still a form of self-expression. So if you're an expressor, and not everyone is an expressionist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a calling.
It
And so
is.
it's different for everyone. But if you are someone who feels you need to self-express, you really even more so need to be able to peel off the layers, because what people want is the real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people love Jelly Roll. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like you're so real,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not afraid to just say what everyone else is thinking, and they're too scared to say.
Well, you know why though too? Because he's already been to hell and back. So what does he have to hide? We're all trying to hide stuff. He's not trying to hide anything because it's exposed. He went to jail. He's had all this stuff like in the public, and he's like, I've been to hell and back, and I'm not hiding it.
Right.
All of us are trying to front on some level because we don't really want our vulnerabilities to be known, because then it's out. Yeah. You know, and then like, you know, it's just like,
I know.
It's hard.
It is hard, but it's great that I love that, like you talking about your daughter. That makes so much sense, because
no, she saved me.
I don't have a child, but I have a goddaughter now, and I think about it all the time. I'm like, who would I want her to see and like emulate? You know, like 10 years from now, like what kind of example am I leading for her? Yeah. And I think about that a lot, and what kind of like woman I want to be perceived as in her eyes,
and like even how I carry myself, because I'm like, I don't want her to feel like she ever needs to be sexually promiscuous, like, or anything like that, or feel like she has to use her body for like validation. Right. Like, I want her to enjoy her body. I want her to enjoy her beauty and her physicalness. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I don't ever want her to lead with that, you know? And so like, just like being that kind of example too, like I've had to change everything about myself, because I used to lead with sexuality all the time, which I still love to be sexy, but I used to like use it. Right. Like if I would flirt and like try,
which is a female thing.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing.
When you're younger, it's like, that's, you know, I get it.
But like, that's not a bad thing as a tool. But like, I use it more than a tool, you know? I like kind of relied on it to, which is also, I mean, it's all learning, but it's just like, I just have some things that I don't want
You've evolved.
To have to do.
Yeah, and you've evolved. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, because like, I attended a Tony Robbins seminar. I know he's the best. I want to go again. Gosh. It's life-changing.
Was
if you
that
ever have the opportunity. Yes. I was at an all-time low. I just had surgery on my vocal cord. I couldn't speak still when I showed up. So I was like, I had my phone, and like, you're supposed to be like, wow, doing all these things. And I was like the mute, you know, at the thing. And I'm like, you know, and everyone's like, what's wrong with this girl? And so I couldn't talk, but I attended, and like, his whole thing is like, you stop growing, you die. Yeah. And I am such a believer that when you stop growing, and sometimes that's uncomfortable. It's comfortable to sit and not grow. It's uncomfortable to rip off the Band-Aid and be like, this isn't what I want to do, but I know it's what I need to do in order to get to that next level of growth. And I'm all about growth. And I think that like, it's the only time I truly feel alive. So even if I'm like scared or sad or depressed, because I know I just like had to rip it off, I'd rather live like that than live like back in this cycle of comfort. Yeah. Because there's no growth in that. And when you stop growing, like, you're not truly satisfied. Like, yeah, sure, there's an element of surface, you know, like surface happiness that you might exude, but like deep down, are you really? I don't think so. And I've seen too many people that are so rich that buy like the next thing that are miserable. And I'm like, wow, like you guys are like, you think they have it all, right? Multiple vacation houses, multiple homes, this, that. They're miserable half the time. I'm like, they're not even happy. So like, why would I want that?
Well, and here's the thing. I think you can totally have it, but I think you just have to get yourself right first.
No, we will have it, and we'll be evolved.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we have it, we're not going to make it. I think when that's your thing and that's all your thing is, then you're not happy. I think you need to, like you said, it's like you got to do the work, and that can't define you. Right. Because if that defines you, you'll never be happy. No.
Look at us just solving the world's problems.
Trying.
So when do you know it's time to grow?
I think there's like a little voice that'll eat at me. That's like, ding, 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 ding. And it's like a tap, you know.
Is it like telling you, what is it telling you?
I think like, you got to move. Like, you got to make a move here.
And you could feel it. I've had that happen to me a few times, and I ignored it when I was younger.
And it nags, but it doesn't like, it's not like,
no, it gets to that point. It led me to have 2 panic attacks. Because I heard I heard the voice, and I ignored it. One was with my music career. Like, I knew I was supposed to leave. Yeah. But I couldn't, because I'd been doing it for 10 years, and like, just signed a record deal with Broken Bow, and like, I was like, I can't leave now. I finally got the dream. But like everything about it was like not aligned for me. For me. It was aligned for the other girls, so not for me.
Right.
But I just like ignored it because I was like, shut up. I'm doing this. Like,
Right,
we're doing this.
Yeah, this is what you always wanted.
This is what you always wanted. You're doing this, damn it. And then finally, it screamed at me so loud, had a full-blown panic attack. Same thing with like Michael, breaking up with him the first time. Like I knew, well, the one time we broke up, I knew we were supposed to break up. It just wasn't timing. Like obviously we were meant to be together, but our timing was all off. And
you guys were always kindreds. I will say that. Like whenever I saw you together, I mean, it was so cute. You guys were at an event, and then we met and we were talking, and you were like, Michael, this is my new friend Anne Marie, and I need more friends. You're like, I need more friends that are. I'm like, okay, you don't, because you're like friends with everyone. I was like, first of all, that's not true. You definitely don't need more friends. But it was cute because you were like, I need more friends. But when I looked at you guys, I was like, oh, you were always kindreds. Like there was always this really unique bond you guys shared. But to your point, I remember you moved back to Austin, and you guys needed that time and that space, which everybody needs sometimes because you can't force it. When you force it, it's just not right.
Yeah.
You know, and the universe, I do believe, like,
it will scream at you.
It will conspire you to come back together. How did you guys come back together, though? How did that all happen?
Oh, gosh. Well, because we broke up for 2 years, and I moved to Austin.
2 years?
I moved to Austin.
Wow.
And I was going to be done with Nashville altogether.
Yeah,
I was like,
I don't blame you. I've been there. I moved home.
I was going to start. I wanted a new life.
Yeah.
I didn't want this life anymore. Like
I've so been there. I'm like there every other week, actually. I'm kidding.
I was like, I can't do this life anymore. I can't do this town anymore. I can't do this relationship anymore. I can't do this mindset anymore. I can't do this trio anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do any of it anymore. I can't do writing songs anymore. I just wanted out of all of it. I wanted out of everything.
Burnout is a real thing.
It was a big burnout because I was like, I am done with Nashville. Get me out of here and never let me come back. And I tried so hard to find a husband in Austin. I literally wanted to marry someone.
I've met so many people that have done this though. You know how many people have done this though? So many that have moved here and left because it's like, I think they realize it's so much pressure. It's not so fulfilling hard. You. Yeah. And I think if your approach, I'm sure when you came back, your approach was different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you needed that space. So you tried to find a husband in Austin.
Oh, I was like, I'm going to get married and I am leaving Nashville. Michael Hobby, never call me. Bye. Block. Forget this chapter of my life. I am out of here. And I wanted to get married so badly to someone who was just like a businessman.
A normal guy.
Who could just take care of me and then I could just float around. But that's not what I ever wanted. I mean, I have way too much creativity and way too much to offer the world to like do that. But at the time, I was like, please, someone save me.
Yeah, you
save me from this
right
life that's so hard in Nashville. I mean, it's not that hard in scope of hard, but like mentally, just like
totally
anguish, you know. And so I moved to Austin.
No, and so many times I think, you know, as a female, it's like you look at your friends that like got married right out of college and had kids, and you're like, oh. There's like this like stability and this like you're like that's so nice.
But they got a whole other slew of things they're dealing with. They do.
Yeah, but there's parts of me that have like been like, God, did I just screw up like by not?
No.
Now like you get older and like so many of the good guys are gone and they're like all married and you're like, oh God.
You have to believe in your destiny. You have to believe in your destiny, and you would have quit by now if you were supposed to quit. You couldn't be doing this if you were supposed to have quit.
I have quit like multiple times,
but you
then
came back.
God will always. I swear, it's like right when I'm like I can't, then bam, like things happen, and
you still want it. You want it.
You know what it is I still love music.
You love it.
I don't love the industry.
Right.
I hate the industry.
Right.
I can't stand nearly 90% of people in the, and I'm just being honest, I can't stand most of them.
I get it. Well, everyone's just out for the latest trend, out for a quick dog. Yeah. Nobody's out for like the person. There are a few.
The song and dance of it all is just so frustrating. It's so fake. But I think I still love music. Right. So when I focus my love on music, then and I have to remind myself of that all the time, because unfortunately that's not what this whole machine is about, right? It's not. You see so many people that are so talented that never get to that next level, and you see so many non-talented people just blow up, and you're like, what the hell?
Like, what is the formula here? There is no formula.
Yeah. And so it's confusing, but I have to go back to like, you know what? it's always music that brings me back. So I have to like refocus on my love for that. So
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You haven't missed it. You haven't missed anything. You're right on track. You're
Thank
exactly
you.
where you're supposed to be.
It's really sweet.
You
Thank
are. Because you wouldn't still be here. You wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't have made this incredible album with Dwight Yoakam on it.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And Darius Rucker and John Nichols. And is Amy Grant on it too?
She's on a song that comes out this Friday. It's called, well, I don't know when this is airing, but it's a song called God Winks.
I love that one.
Thank you. And
That's
this is like
so
the
good.
Christian version. And yeah, what's cool is like her and Vince were actually a major God wink for me because I had gone through a really, really difficult situation. I couldn't talk, had the vocal cord surgery, moved home.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you get a polyp or something? Michael had that.
I had a vascularity and they had to like laser it off. It was like a big like raised blood vessel, like almost like a blister on my vocal cord. Yeah. Not fun. I know, it's all the things. So I was like, I'll go back to Nashville when I get a gig. I got a gig. Vince Gill, I bumped into him at the gig. He's like, let's do a song together.
Were y'all friends before or something? Like
We
you just hanging out with Vince Gill?
Yeah, we'd met when I sang at the Ryman once.
You also worked with David Foster too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You've had so many cool, like,
I have so many lives.
your
in this
quilt of
business.
music
It's crazy.
is really tapestried. I
It's
love it.
Wild.
All the people that you've interacted with
Oh my
and done
God.
things with.
People are like, how old are you? I'm like, I know, it's weird. I've had so many lives. When I think about it, I'm like, wow, I've had so many lives.
But how cool is
Like
all that?
you.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to die. That's it. I mean, we think all this stuff matters, but it doesn't. And
Yeah.
then it's like, really the whole point of it is just to build a beautiful life that you've enjoyed living.
Yeah.
You know? Honestly.
Amen, sister.
That's really it because
Amen
nobody
to that.
cares. Who just died? Somebody just died that was really close to me. A friend of mine, one of my really good friends' sister just died, and she was 50. And
oh, I'm sorry.
no, and then someone else passed away. Who was it? My brain is full of rocks. I can't remember things. But like somebody else just passed away who was just such a big, huge person. Like, and Michael's dad passed away, and he had like such a big bandwidth, and he expanded his hand, touched so many things, and raised 4 sons, lost a son, like had such a huge reach in his community.
And you're like, why? How could God take?
And then he died, but it's like, then it's over. And nobody cares how important you were. Nobody cares. Like, he affected so many people, but like the people who care are the core. Because
Totally.
then people just move on and it's over. And
Yeah.
your life is over
Yeah.
and it's past.
Yep.
And all the big things you did and all the incredible things that you've changed and accomplished mean
Yeah.
really nothing other than the ripple effect left behind.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. It's for you to enjoy your experiences.
Wow.
And it's for you to like follow the alignment in your heart.
And that's a good reminder too, to like think literally every day, like you're going to die.
You're going to die,
And I know it's like morbid
but you're going to die.
to say it like that, but ultimately we just don't know how much time we have ever.
I have no idea.
So why wouldn't you just do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and like stick to your guns and do it?
Just live in alignment with who you are.
Yes.
Like that's all anybody has to do to be happy.
Yep.
Is like, and when you're not in alignment, your body lets you know. You feel physically sick. You feel resistance. You don't want to do certain things with certain people because you know you're not supposed to be there. Like your body lets you know.
It's funny. My friend was just telling me about this book that I want to read. I think it's called Your Body Keeps the Score. Yeah, and I've definitely I have felt that.
Your
It's
body
weird.
tells
like,
you.
my throat will like close.
That's your area.
when I feel like I don't have a voice
Because
you know,
you're not
like no one's hearing me.
Yeah.
Like I'll just feel this close,
Uh-huh.
or like it's wild.
Your body lets you know.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So you got to just communicate with your body and keep your body happy because your body is what keeps you in alignment.
Amen.
Like that is in your spirit and your soul. Like you got to keep your mind, body, spirit, and soul connected.
yes.
Because they're all talking to
Yeah.
you all the time, but we just don't listen to it because we're so flooded by noise.
Right.
So much noise.
So much noise.
And then comparison and then keeping
Yeah.
up. And so it's just like it's such a hard thing to like stay in alignment, you know?
it is.
But you've done that. You always come back to you.
I feel that way about you. You're always so authentic. Like you've always been so real. So your podcast name is perfect. Because I feel like even though you think maybe you had the mask and the things that I've always perceived you as being like, oh my God, she's so like, did she really just say that? Like you're so honest that I'm like, and that's probably been the most attractive quality is I feel like you're so authentic.
Thank you.
Yeah, in a world that's sometimes not. And so I try to stay in alignment, but it's a struggle. You know, it's like,
I think you've always been true to you.
I don't know, man. I don't, but I'm getting there. Every day you just got to get better and better, right? That's all you can do.
So what are you loving about this album? Tell me about it and tell me why. It's because this is your debut album.
I'm loving that I actually made a freaking album.
I know, because you've been writing for
20 years.
Why did you just make it now?
I think I was a self-sabotager. I think nothing was ever good enough. Nothing was ever perfect enough. There was never a deadline. And like, if there's no deadline, this business, no one gets anything done. No, I'm serious.
Oh, I know. People just go in circles.
Yeah. If you don't have a deadline, like this is the deadline when it needs to be done, it will never get done.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be another project thrown at someone, or you're always going to have something else you got to do. So I feel like when there's a deadline and you have to get it done, then you do, you
that
know?
Is so true.
And so I feel like the blessing of me not getting in the way of myself, was like, here's a deadline, here's the date, it has to come out, bam.
Because
it's there.
So did someone else give you this deadline?
Well, yeah, once you're on a record label, like you have to stick to deadlines.
So is this your first record deal?
Yeah.
This is the part that's crazy to me too. Like, how have you not had like 17 record deals or one that blew you up? Like, like you're so.
I had offers, but they were never right.
Okay.
What
made them not right?
Looking back, well, for one, the one I wanted to sign, my attorney was like, "Hey, who's very respected. I'm sure you guys know him. He was like, if you want to sign this, you have to sign a deal with me saying I told you not to sign it." And I was like,
because it was that bad?
Yeah, it was that bad. I know.
Oh.
The company is no longer in existence. Yeah, and I was like, all right, so that's a no. So it's not that I didn't want to. I just never had the right thing happen,
But you know what? It's all timing. You're in perfect timing. You
Thank
are
you.
in perfect timing. And you have all this wisdom. You have all this knowledge. You're so seasoned. Like, you're such an incredible performer.
Oh,
and you're like so great at performing.
That's my favorite thing to do, I'd say, in this business. You know what it is about performing too, is it's like, that's when everything's real, right? Because you can't contrive or manufacture. Like when you're up there on a stage in front of people, like it's like your adrenaline and it's like you're fully in the moment.
You can't edit. You can't go back and start over.
Yeah, and it forces you to be present.
Yeah.
So I think for me,
to deal with whatever happens.
An addiction to it, and I love it so much because it forces me to be present, and like you can only focus on that thing right there in that moment, and there's something really beautiful about that.
And so many things happen. You've got to be able to like fly by the seat of your pants.
I know, which I kind of love the challenge.
You do?
Of like, hey, do you want to sing this song with such and such tonight? And I don't know it. And I'm like, I have to learn the lyric by 5 p.m. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Like there's something like, there's like a high I get off of it. It's weird.
I get that.
It's
I can see that.
The pressure of like a midterm and you're in high school and you're like, I need to pop half an Adderall and like learn all this by tonight. I had to. I have ADD, but I've just never medicated myself. So on occasion, I'll self-medicate, just little like micros, And let me tell you, it works. So I know I have it. I'm like, I am definitely self-diagnosed ADD for sure.
Yeah. Okay, but tell me about this album. Why do you love it so much? What are the songs, like which ones really stand out to you? And I love that you're kind of speaking up for cowgirls because like, wait, what's the cowgirl anthem for the rodeo girls?
California Cowgirl. Oh, Country Girls.
Yeah.
Who runs the world? Country Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun times. I went to so many
You're
rodeo
kind of a
events.
rodeo queen.
I do enjoy rodeo. I grew up around it. I never competed, but I sang at them. And my cousins were all competitive in roping and barrel racing. And we grew up like with 5 quarter horses in a roping arena. And so I was more of a trail rider and I would sing to myself. But it was my favorite thing to do, as a kid. It was like weekends. That was my favorite thing to do. And I'm so grateful I grew up around it because I feel like that's sort of a lost world, in today's world. Like,
I know,
to grow up around it, I'm like, wow, that's really rare, to have like to have had the access to it.
And the cowboy code is so special. Like
it is.
A true cowboy and like living the cowboy life.
Yeah.
And like a rodeo life. Like there's just a code. Don't you think?
There is a code, and it's funny because like my thought process on that has changed.
Tell me about it. Ooh.
My dad is obsessed with the code of the West. Like he went from farming to finance. Like we watched him, like we thought it was a midlife crisis. It was crazy. He went from driving like a truck to like a sports car to like
farmer to finance.
Oh yeah, totally. Went from like boots to like a briefcase. I was like, what the heck? But that was like it was a new dream for him, to go try something else. And this was something he was passionate about. So he named his company Old West because he named it after the code of the West, which if you know what that is, it's like you keep your word. Like you always.
What
like,
are the main things?
A
for the Code of the
handshake is
West?
a deal.
Yeah, my dad's Code of the West.
A handshake's a real deal.
Go through some of the top things for Code of the West.
You say you're gonna do something, you do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it really has
Character.
everything to do with character, trust, integrity, loyalty, honesty, and there's no one that I know that is more stable, firm, does what they say they're gonna do, like my dad. And he's not a cowboy. My uncle was actually the cowboy who was into the roping and, you know, that whole world, which he's still very much like Code of the West too. But I would say my dad even more so. Like he is, and he's obsessed with like John Wayne, like the spirit of like cowboy, but he was never an actual cowboy. But you find that I'm like, wow, it really is actually, and this is a song, but it's really like what's on the inside.
Oh yeah.
You know, is like what you find, because there's plenty of guys that have calloused hands that can like ride a horse that don't embody actually the spirit of like of that, right?
Yeah.
And they're playboys, or they like just want to mess around, like they're not, you know. And so I think, yeah, it's funny. Like my thought process on that has changed a lot as I've gotten older, and now I'm like, wow, that's like kind of, yeah,
interesting. I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what's happening now? Like what are we doing now? We had this album.
Yeah, this album I'm very excited about. I think it shows lots of colors of who I am.
Tell me who you are.
There's a color of everything in it.
Tell
really.
me if you're going to describe yourself.
The opening track is Watch Me, and it's like, hey, if someone tells you you can't do something, watch me do it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm going to do it with or without you, and I don't care what you think anymore, and I'm just going to go do it. So I think love that track for so many reasons, because I feel like there's two ways you can go about people telling you something can't be done. It's like either you're going to listen and you're going to like tuck your tail between your legs and go home, which I've done, or you're going to say, you know what, like this is what I want to do and watch me do it. And there's something powerful, you know, and like taking back the power. So love that. But then I think there's also like vulnerable sides and songs that have been around for a long time. Songs like Fighter. It's like an anthem that has uplifted so many people. And I've had like countless messages online or like people in my meet and greets after hearing it live. Like it's just one that really encourages people. And I think we're all broken people.
Oh, all of us.
Deep down. And so I think like those messages for people that are broken, because I'm broken, and you realize everyone's broken no matter how good you think they have it. You're like, no, they're broken too. We're all broken. So we all need those messages. And that's like what songs like Fighter, I think, do for people. And yeah, and then there's like the fun shit kickers that like I feel like I grew up on, like the fun, like, you know, like real country songs. I wanted it to have songs that like truly felt country and 90s country, which is really what inspired me to do this in the first place.
You have 18 songs?
19. Yeah.
Right? That's a shit ton of songs.
I know.
That's a lot of songs.
It is. Yeah.
Did it feel complete? Did it feel like the perfect combination to you?
No.
Are some missing?
No, but I'll never forget this huge producer told me, he was like, even when it's shrink wrapped on a Target shelf or Walmart shelf, you're still gonna, or like I heard this thing on the Eagles. They were like, we still will hear the guitar solo and be like, was that the right thing? This, that. So I was like, okay, got it. Like as a creative, it's never done.
Yeah.
And you just have to like surrender to that and be like, you know what? It's never done. So therefore it's done.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to think it's done. So you just got to like at some point go for it and bam, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so like it's out.
It's out.
How's it been?
It's out there.
How's it been releasing your first album?
It's scary. Like I never feel like I'm doing enough, you know, and I'm like not promoting it enough, or like I need to be making more videos and more reels and TikToks with the sound bites, and you know what I mean? There's that part of it, but also like there's a fun aspect of being like, yeah, I actually have an album out, and I have to remember that's an accomplishment.
Huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
Thank you.
And I feel like you covered your life so well in it.
Tried. Yeah.
Are you touring? Are you on the road?
I am. I'm playing shows.
Playing? What's happening?
So we're announcing dates for next year.
You're opening for Dolly in Vegas?
That's happening in September.
You're opening for Dolly in September?
That's crazy. I know.
Like, are you going to get to like hang out with her?
I mean, it's great. I think so.
Oh my God.
It's wild, right?
So how did that happen?
My agent.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that? Look where music's led you.
Fortunately, I was friends with Danny Nozzell, her manager. So we, you know, like been friends and cool. And I feel like that's where, and I'm sure you probably find this too, that's where like all of a sudden one day you realize you're like, oh, that's why I met that person years ago. And like we were always friends, and they, you know, were like, oh, that's a hardworking person that I like. If you're that
If
person,
I get the chance to help them out, I will one
people
day.
will go to bat for you one day if they
Yeah.
like you. If they
Yeah.
don't like you, that's not going to happen.
Right.
So I feel like eventually later on down the road, I'll never know why you meet certain people, or it's weird. One day, like later on down the road, even sitting here now, you're like, oh, it's like you look back and it's like that Steve Jobs quote, you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. And you
So
realize
true.
like, oh, that's why this happened.
And it all makes sense.
Yeah.
The picture makes sense.
It does. Yeah. And you're like, oh, that's why I met them then through this person. And he wasn't meant to manage me, but we were cool and friends. And I thought he was a great guy and he thinks I work hard, and bam. So like one day the right
Situation
door
opportunity
opens
happened.
and like, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get the opportunity. Like, how cool.
I mean, so cool.
Yeah, so cool.
So
Yeah.
many. I mean, look at all the cool things you've done.
Thank you.
I mean, so many cool things.
I know. And I do
Music's
remember
taking
that.
you everywhere.
Yeah. All over the world.
It's taking you all over the world.
Grateful for that.
It's giving you so many opportunities. You've met so many people.
Yeah.
You've been creating your whole life. I mean, just to
have.
be a creator your whole life. How cool is that?
It's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah, it's hard.
It
It's
is.
not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
It's the road less traveled.
Mhm.
But you just have to like also believe God's gonna provide.
Yeah.
You know, when you step out in faith, like, and you just do it, you gotta believe, like, jump, and then that's gonna appear.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole point. That's what you were talking about earlier. It's like staying stuck, like stretching your bandwidth, like going into this next uncharted territory. You have to have blind faith.
You really
Having
do.
blind faith is very hard. But if you don't ever like give yourself an opportunity to test your faith and push your faith,
Totally.
like if you don't give yourself a chance to like practice forgiveness, to
Mm-hmm.
all these situations that like are actually very hard to do when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
That's when that's the true test of
Mhm.
faith and believing.
Totally.
You know, it's not
It's
when
like mindsight. I heard this the other day that I thought was so good. It's like mindsight versus eyesight. And sometimes like you got to tune into your mindsight, because I feel like that's actually where the power is, and that's where real faith is.
I freaking love it. Okay, tell everyone where they can find you, and then can you stick around for a
Yes,
little bit of a
of
bonus
course,
episode? We're gonna do a few questions. Tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me
what we need to
all
be
over. I'm everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Pandora. AnnieBosko.com. www.anniebosko with a K.
Bosko.
Bosko.
Has a great ring to it. Annie Bosko.
Thank you. It's weird, but it works.
I love it. Okay, album's out.
Album's out. Go check out the California Cowgirl album
And
go listen to it. And thank you so much.
oh my gosh, thank you for joining me. I just am so glad to catch up with you.
You too.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
But we're doing it.
We're doing it.
It's life. Here we are. Woo. Okay.
You grow, girl.
You grow, girl.
You grow, girl.
You grow, girl. Okay, I always wrap up with one question.
Okay.
Which is super open-ended,
Yes.
but it is just drop some inspiration, what you want people to know. Leave your light.
Oh, man. I want people to know that they are capable of doing way more than they ever thought they were. And that's something I try to, like, remind myself of, is, like, you might not feel it right now, and you might feel so, like, helpless, hopeless, powerless, but you are really capable of way more than you ever thought you were.
I love that.
Yeah.
Annie Bosko in the house. We solved all the problems today.
We did.
So congratulations
Thank
to everyone
you.
listening.
We are so evolved. I'm a shit show inside.
All
but,
the
you
answers
know,
were just given to everyone.
keep
listening.
going.
You
I keep
got this,
going.
Annie Bosko. Okay, we're gonna do a quick tell me more. We're gonna ask some deep burning questions.
Ooh,
Are you
okay.
ready?
One more sip of water before
Okay.
this,
Okay,
Better hydrate.
bye.